Friday, September 26th, on The Bold and the Beautiful, secrets explode and lives are shaken. Taylor risks crossing a forbidden line with Deacon, while Will's shocking truth sends Electra running, straight toward Zende, who may finally step into the spotlight. Is this the start of new love stories, or the beginning of even greater heartbreak? Let's break down every twist and turn. Taylor Hayes has always walked a careful line between her professional calling as a psychiatrist and her turbulent personal life. But on this Friday's episode, that line begins to blur in a way that could change everything. She encourages Deacon Sharp to seek another therapist, someone better suited to help him unravel the complicated mess of his past. On the surface, it sounds like a wise, professional recommendation. But let's not kid ourselves, Deacon isn't interested in opening up to just anyone. He's chosen Taylor, specifically, because of the trust and connection he feels with her. And for Taylor, that connection may be turning into something far deeper than she anticipated. Fans can see it in every glance, every pause between words. Deacon's guard crumbles when he's with Taylor. He talks about regrets, about the constant pull of darkness, about how hard it is to prove he's more than just a man with a criminal past. Taylor listens, her eyes soft, her tone gentle, but compassion has a dangerous edge. It's the seed of intimacy, and intimacy with Deacon could become more than just professional interest. And here's where it gets explosive. Spoilers hint that Taylor could be on the verge of a brand new romance. Imagine the chaos if Deacon Sharp becomes her next great love story. Because if there's one thing we all know, it's that Sheila Carter will not tolerate sharing him. Fans, picture Sheila standing in the shadows, her jealousy boiling, watching Taylor and Deacon grow closer. The woman who's always claimed Deacon as her lifeline suddenly sees him slipping away. Could we be headed toward one of the most ferocious rivalries B&B has delivered in years? Or, dare we ask, will Taylor finally find lasting love in the arms of a man who understands brokenness as well as she does? While Taylor is caught in a dangerous emotional tug-of-war, another relationship in Los Angeles is crumbling to dust. Will Spencer Jr. has carried the weight of his secret for too long. This Friday, the dam bursts. He tells Electra Forrester the truth: he never chose to be with Luna. He was manipulated. His words land heavy, like stones thrown into still water. Electra's first reaction is shock, her wide eyes, her trembling breath. Part of her understands that Will was a victim. But another part of her can't ignore the sting of betrayal. Why didn't he tell her sooner? Why did he let her discover the truth only after the damage was already done? For Electra, who's just finding her footing at Forrester Creations, the idea of being tied to a scandal this toxic feels unbearable. She's ambitious, focused, and determined not to let personal drama overshadow her career. Becoming stepmother to a child born out of such chaos? That's a responsibility she never asked for, and she isn't ready to take it on. Spoilers strongly suggest this could be the end of Electra and Will's young romance. Fans, ask yourself honestly, if someone you loved admitted to being caught in such a twisted trap, would you stay and fight for the relationship? Or would you walk away, knowing that trust had already been shattered? This isn't just about Luna's scheme anymore, it's about the cracks that secrets leave behind. For Electra, the heartbreak may push her into a new chapter, one where she searches for someone stronger, more grounded, and, above all, more honest. And that's where the next twist comes in. Into the wreckage of Electra's heartbreak steps a familiar face, Zende Forrester. For too long, Zende has been on the sidelines, quietly working at Forrester Creations without a major love story of his own. But now, fate may be preparing to thrust him back into the spotlight. Electra and Zende's paths cross constantly in the design offices. They're both part of the Forrester world, yet neither one truly stands at its center. Electra, a distant relative, often struggles to carve her own identity. Zende, adopted into the family years ago during the AIDS crisis in Africa, has always carried the weight of being both an insider and an outsider. That shared sense of not fully belonging could form the bond that sparks something real between them. And let's be honest, after the storm of Will and Luna's scandal, Electra is craving stability. She needs a man who can lift her up, not drag her down. Zende, with his resilience, his compassion, and his quiet determination, might be exactly that man. He could give her the support, the steadiness, and the love that Will simply wasn't ready to offer. But in Los Angeles, nothing is ever simple. If Electra and Zende start something, workplace gossip will fly. Rivalries could heat up. And if Will realizes he's lost Electra for good, we may see sparks of jealousy that reignite an entirely different drama. Fans, what do you think? Could Electra and Zende be the couple that no one saw coming, but everyone ends up rooting for? Or is this just another temporary distraction before both of them are pulled back into the chaos of the Forrester web? One thing's certain, their connection could set off ripples that change the fabric of the show itself. Friday's episode isn't just a collection of personal choices, it's a turning point where destinies collide. Every storyline is tied together by one central theme, the cost of truth and the danger of desire. Taylor's decision to let Deacon open up to her could ignite a war she never wanted. On one side, she's the compassionate healer who can't ignore someone in pain. On the other, she risks drawing Sheila Carter's wrath, a wrath that has burned down families before and could do so again. What happens when Sheila realizes she's being replaced not only as Deacon's confidant, but possibly as his lover? The fallout could be catastrophic. Meanwhile, Deacon himself teeters on the edge. His vulnerability could finally earn him redemption in the eyes of those who doubt him, or it could destroy the fragile life he's built with Sheila. One wrong confession, one reckless kiss, and his entire world could collapse. Then there's Will, whose attempt at honesty may cost him everything. His confession could free him of guilt, but it also rips Electra away, shoving her toward a future without him. And Electra, once the hopeful young Forrester, may now step into her most powerful chapter yet. With Zende by her side, she could find a new strength, but also stir tensions within Forrester Creations like never before. Fans, this is more than romance. It's a battle for identity, for legacy, for survival in a city where every whisper spreads like wildfire. The stage is set, and the ripple effects will be felt across Los Angeles for weeks to come. The question isn't just who will fall in love, but who will survive the cost of loving at all. And so, bold and beautiful fans, we're left with burning questions only time can answer. Is Taylor stepping into her greatest love story with Deacon, or is she walking blindfolded into Sheila's trap, a battle she cannot win? Will Deacon choose the stability of Taylor's compassion, or the chaos of Sheila's passion? And what about Will Spencer Jr.? He's confessed his truth, but is it too little, too late? Can Electra ever look at him the same way again, or has that betrayal carved a scar that nothing can heal? Fans, be honest, would you forgive him if you were in her place? Then there's Electra's future. Could Zende be the one to finally give her the kind of love and stability she's been searching for? Or will this only be the beginning of another messy triangle inside Forrester Creations? One thing is certain. If Electra and Zende move closer, the entire Forrester family will have something to say, and not all of it will be supportive. These aren't just relationships. They're tectonic shifts in the balance of power, love, and loyalty in Los Angeles. Every choice made this week sets the stage for rivalries, heartbreaks, and maybe even shocking alliances we never saw coming. So now I turn to you. Who do you think holds the winning hand in this game of hearts? Taylor, Sheila, Deacon, Will, Electra, or Zende? Comment your theories below, hit that like button if you're excited for the chaos ahead, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a single twist. Because trust me, the fireworks are only just beginning on The Bold and the Beautiful.